Yo, what's up, everybody? It's No Nonsense News. It's Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. I come to you guys all the time, obviously, with reasons to prepare. And I've been telling you time and time and time again, week after week after week, more and more lockdowns and restrictions are coming and how they're going to squeeze you into the taking the vax and all that. Well, here you got New York City will have COVID checkpoints at key bridges and crossings. New York City will have vehicle checkpoints at key bridges and crossings and will strictly enforce the travel quarantine, says Sheriff Joseph Facchito. The sheriff's office will conduct spot checks when out of state buses drop riders off at the curb. Testing and tracing teams will be on the ground to direct individuals to testing sites and provide education on quarantine. The 14-day quarantine mandates that travelers quarantine or test out. Violations of self-quarantine will be enforced and may carry fines of $1,000 to $2,000, says the mayor's office. The city will enforce the completion of traveler forms at the airports, Penn Station, and Port Authority bus terminal. There will be self-test site teams on site. New York, the early center of the U.S. outbreak, reported a 7-day average of 1,476 cases and 7-day positive test rate of 3.17, according to Mayor Bill de Blasio. So basically, what I'm getting at, blah, 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 the main thing is they're going to be enforcing people from coming into their state without testing or getting quarantined by having checkpoints on the bridges coming into the state. And if that wasn't Nazi enough for you, you got Oregon Governor Kate Brown urges people to call the cops on COVID-19 rule breakers. That is exactly how they did it. And Hitler did it with the Nazis. And actually, we've heard of it here in America before. If you see something, say something. That is an exact take from the Nazi way they did it. Now you got this governor calling for people to call the cops because she chooses to say that so many people can't get together. Now, let's take a look at our first number one amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Here's the key. Or of the right of the people to peaceably to assemble. I'm pretty sure sitting around Thanksgiving eating turkey is pretty peaceable, right? So, I mean, you tell me. Is it breaking that amendment? Because I feel like it is. You can't tell me that I can't do that. You have no right to do that. I don't care about the sickness. I don't care. Even if it is killing people, which we haven't seen numbers of that yet, you don't have a right to tell me. We are Americans. We're free to make that choice. You have a right to give us that information, and you have a right to give us guidelines that you think are right, but ultimately it comes to us. Don't let them take it. Stand up now while we still have a chance, and get ready, because you see what's coming. And today you had the Dow Jones hitting record highs, and everybody's all great about it, right? You know, happy, talking on all the mainstream stations are talking how great it is. We're hitting all-time records for the first time ever. We've hit 30,000. But the U.S. dollar, here's our article: the U.S. dollar systematically being destroyed, and we are on a path that inevitably leads to hyperinflation. If we keep treating the U.S. dollar like it's toilet paper, it's just a matter of time before our entire financial system goes down the tubes. At this moment, the dollar is still primary reserve currency of the world at this moment. And the fact that we control it is an absolutely massive advantage for us, because the rest of the globe uses dollars to trade with one another. That creates a tremendous amount of artificial demand for our currency, and it keeps the value of our currency elevated at a level that is much higher than it otherwise would be. But now that we are starting to act like the Weimar Republic in their heyday, it's only going to be a matter of time before everyone else on the planet starts abandoning the US dollar in droves. We are literally killing our golden goose, and most Americans don't even understand what's happening. And that's what I'm talking about, the real economy. I talk to you guys all the time. They want you to believe that the stock market's hitting record highs and everything's great and we're going back to normal, but the US dollar is being systematically destroyed. You have headlines like this: millions of Americans expect to lose their home as COVID rages. Okay, what you think? That's the economy's doing real good, right? Rhode Island, 1 in 4 Rhode Islanders can't meet basic food needs, Food Bank's annual report says. That's the real economy, people. That's what we got to get ready for. You might have a job right now. If they come with lockdowns, you might lose it. Get ready for that. Have another way of creating income. Have food stores, like I tell you guys all the time, and your basics. Because right now, we're spoiled. We can go out and pretty much go to Walmart, get what we wanted. This little bit of an interruption that we've seen from this is nothing. Look in other countries, right? They struggle to get your mainstays of life like flour, salt, sugar, things like this. Go now while you have a chance and get them, because you're running out of time. They would like you to believe that everything's great. They would like you to believe that our economy is great, but obviously only thing that is good is the stock market. And look at New York, look at Oregon. They're coming with more and more and more Nazi lockdowns. So get yourself ready right now. You're going to have to stand up or be able to stay away from them, right? So you get your stockpile together. That way you don't have to go out to the stores and deal with this. Have you been tested crap? Do you have your papers, basically? And if you don't have your papers, if you see somebody without their papers, call the authorities. That's Nazi, okay? Plain and simple. Just use your own logic and thinking. You tell me what you think. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me get a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, don't be scared. Be prepared. Check you guys out tomorrow.